All right, what's up, Vibrant? How we doing, guys? Good week so far? Good week? No? Oh man, it's a terrible week for you guys. But hey, I'm super glad you guys are here. We are in week 3 of our series of We is Greater Than Me. And this series is all about looking at Ephesians and looking at relationships as far as how Paul has called us to be one family, united together as one. No longer Jew or Gentile, but one family under Christ because what he did for you and for me. But hey, I want to start off with this. You guys got to hear this. All right, how many of you guys have dogs? Anybody have dogs? Right? Anybody who has at least one dog? Who has at least one dog? Okay, who has at least 2? There's 2 dogs. Alright? Anybody got 3? No one. I got 3, okay, 2. And you got 4. Bobby's still hanging up me. You got 5. You have 6. Okay, so both of us have 5 dogs. Right? You don't know, I have 5 Labrador Retrievers. And my oldest is 13 years old. And every time I come home, whether it's from the gym, or it's raining out, or just like he just wants to show some love, he does this weird thing, this weird obsession with my bald head. Right? It's I'm not kidding. Guys, it's like, he does this, and let me show this picture up here, throw it up, Isaac. You guys see that? You ever have a dog like just lick you? Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Every time he loves to lick my bald head for whatever reason. I think he likes to show how he shows love, right? It's like full on like slobbery. It's beautiful. It's unstoppable. Like the tongue is like super long. Oh, there he goes slow. He's like picking up every little like dead skin cell that might be on the head. But honestly, it is kind of gross. I'm not gonna lie. Like April, my wife, she's like, stop, don't let him do that. I'm like, I kind of like it. It's weird, but I like it. But I just sit there and laugh. I just like it. I find it funny. I know you're actually judging me right now. It's okay.
I'm not.
But he's not trying to hurt me. He's not also not trying to eat my head, right? Yeah. No, he's just showing love to me when I get home. Like, and it's the only way that he knows how. Right? He also does this like funny little thing too. Like I put my hand down, and April puts her hand out. He like puts his paw on top. It's like a little teamwork thing. It's cute. It's adorable. I love it. But what this kind of got me thinking about with like the tongue and the licking is got me thinking about like how we speak and how we speak to each other, right? We talk about like we is greater than me, right? Because our words come from our tongues, right? It's a muscle that we use every day, right? Literally, some tongues are gentle, some tongues are rough. Pun intended there. Rough, right? Some tongues are strong. And some, if we're not careful, can do more damage than what we intended or what we realize with our words. And tonight's message, if you're going to take notes this evening, whether it's on your phone or a piece of paper, this message is called Talk Like Jesus. Okay? So talk like Jesus. Because Paul's we're going to be in Ephesians chapter 4, verses 25 to 32, which is 550 in your Bibles. Okay, if you want to open that up, all the ones that we provide for you. But Paul is clearly saying in this passage, your words shape the relationships that you have with your friends, your family, your classmates, co-workers. Your words are going to shape the relationships that you have. And what he's going to say is that truth without love can sound harsh. Love without truth can feel empty. Gossip, sarcasm, drama can be destructive for relationships. Encouragement, honesty, and kindness build unity. That same tongue can have different outcomes. So tonight, the question is, if you want Jesus-like relationships, which I think most of you want, so all of you want, are your words going to reflect Jesus, or are they going to reflect chaos or harshness? So the first point that we're going to look at tonight is this, is that your words are never neutral. Your words, no matter what comes out of your mouth, are never neutral. They're positive or negative. Some of you might think that your words are harmless. You might think, hey, it's just a text message, right? It's just a joke. They don't care what I say. But Paul, what he sees, what teaches us in this, in verse 25, he says this, therefore, each of you must put off falsehood and speak truthfully to your neighbor. For we are all members of one body, right? He is saying that because we are all in one with Christ. That we're all in community, that it's we greater than me, that we must speak truthfully. We must put off any lies that we might speak, and we must be gentle to our neighbor, right? Our words are never neutral. Every word you speak does something. It either pulls someone closer to you or pushes them away. It either heals a wound or it widens the gap, makes the wound bigger. It either is going to build unity or it's going to break your relationships up and down. I want you to think about this, like one word that you might say to a friend can make a fight last all week. One word or one post or snap can ruin a friendship, even before anyone knows what happened. One sarcastic comment that you might share can make someone feel invisible, like you devalue what they're going through or what they say, or they might feel unwelcomed. Your words carry power more than you think. And that power, it's not about being perfect, it's about being intentional. And so we have to ask ourselves this question before we speak, text, or post online. Am I pulling someone closer in relationship? Or am I pushing them away? Because here's the truth, your friendships, your family, your reputation, even your faith, all of it are shaped by what comes out of your mouth. And here's the kicker. Most of the drama that maybe you've experienced probably just within high school, whether you're a freshman or a senior, you've gone through all 4 years of it, it doesn't start with fists. It starts with your words. Small words, tiny words. Words you thought didn't matter. But Paul reminds us words always matter in this passage that we're looking at. Point number 2 is this, that what you say in the dark still shapes the group. Because here's the reality. Some of the worst drama in your friendships, in high school, family, teens, right? Never happen out in the open. It happens in group chats, private chats. It happens when you whisper to someone. You ask about a friend who isn't even in the room, right? And here's how it usually starts. So not with a blow up, but with a little seed, right? I'm going to call it like seeds of discord, right? Seeds of discord. Because when you plant a seed, you might know the outcome before you ever plant it, right? It might be a comment like, did you hear about Sid? Did anyone don't tell anyone I said this? And here's my favorite. I'm probably wrong, but. And church people, like for us, to come to church, we might be the worst at this. Because we wrap it up in spiritual language. But like, girl, did you hear about the devil attacking that relationship? Is he? I didn't hear about that. What's going on? How do you know? Oh, did you hear about Ricky and Samantha? I'm just telling you because we need to be praying for them. Right? You need to know what's going on in that relationship. Sometimes the damage, the seeds that we sow in private will come to light. That damage might be irreparable because you already sown that seed with whispers. But hear me. If this is what you do, God hates it. Proverbs 16:28, it says this: a perverse person stirs up conflict, and a gossip separates close friends. How many of you have experienced that in your life? Now, I know I have, right? Where gossip or things that are said in private broke up a relationship in my life. And Paul's warning to the Ephesians isn't like super dramatic. It's just preventative care. It's really what he's at the heart of what he wants. Because he's driving for unity for us as a body of followers of Christ. Because he knows that unchecked words that happen beneath the surface are going to cause fractures in the foundation. What you plant in the dark eventually comes to light. And listen to what he says in Ephesians 29:31. It says this: do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths. Get rid of all bitterness, rage, anger, brawling, slander, and every form of malice or bad thing. Paul isn't just talking about what you say in front of people. He's talking about what you say when no one else is watching. It's about the integrity you have. That's what integrity is. You're the same person when no one's watching. Your words in the dark, they matter. More than you realize. And here's the good news, that you don't have to let them control your relationships. You can choose to stop the ripples, to speak life instead of chaos, instead of planting seeds of discord, even when no one else is watching. Here's the third point. Speak like Jesus if you want relationships like Jesus. What kind of heart do you have? What does your tongue say about your heart? All right, let me show you an example here. I gotta pull these gloves because this could be a little gross. All right, so I went to Warrington Meats to grab an illustration for you guys. So bear with me here. All right, I want you to, if you kind of know where I think where I'm going with this. All right, let's pop this baby open. All right, so I couldn't find any cow, but I found some sheep. Okay, so I got some sheep tongue in here. If you guys are now, sheep tongue actually looks like pretty human. So
It's rubber.
it is rubber. It is rubber. Okay,
I've seen these before.
but it is kind of gross and sticky, and that's why I have the gloves on. But so your tongue. So I have some sheep's tongue here. We've got so-called sheep's tongue. It's squishy. It's kind of gross. Right? Right? Got some tongue out for you guys. Okay? It's kind of gross, but stick with me here, okay? Alright? This tongue, guys, this tongue, you're looking at it, I know it's a little wiggly, it's just a little stretchy, okay? This tongue, bear with me here, guys. This tongue has never lied. This tongue never gossiped. This tongue never shredded someone with sarcasm or bitterness. But here's also the thing, too. It's also never spoken an encouraging word. It's never said, you got this. It's never whispered, I see you. You're not alone. It's never lifted someone's spirit or inspired them to tell someone to keep going in the midst of a storm. Now, imagine your tongue. That's just stick there. Imagine your tongue. God didn't give you a tongue just to avoid sin. He gave you a tongue to build, to bless, to speak life into someone. Every word is a building block to show people Jesus, to encourage them, to heal wounds, to pray for someone. Don't you dare put that at me. Since a tongue speaks life, a tongue that speaks life reflects the heart of God. So the question is, what kind of heart do you have? What does your tongue say about your heart? What does it reveal about it? Think about the words that come out of your mouth. They reveal what's going on inside you. A person with a harsh tongue is a person that probably has an angry heart. A person with a negative tongue, they probably have a fearful heart. A person with like a sarcastic tongue usually has an insecure heart. A person with a filthy tongue probably has an impure heart. And there's the flip side. Your heart can show that, your tongue can show that it's Jesus filled. It's filled with life. A person always speaks encouragement. That's a grateful heart. A person who always speaks truth and love. That's an honest heart. A person who speaks gently has a very loving heart. The words aren't just sounds coming out of your mouth. If you really think about it, it's a mirror of who you really are. They show the world what's going on inside your heart. So the question you have to wrestle with this week, or the rest of your life, do your words show a heart that loves Jesus, that reflects Jesus in the mirror? Or is it something else entirely? Paul, he gives us actually a snapshot of what a Jesus heart sounds like. Right? Not a perfect heart, not a fake nice heart, but a transformed heart. It says this in verse 32. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as Christ God forgave you. Here's the deal. If you want your words to build people up, which I think you do, want to encourage people, you want to actually reflect Jesus in the world, it starts inside you. It starts in your heart. You've got to have a heart that's been renewed by the gospel, that's been renewed and knows Jesus. That means, guys, actually opening up your Bibles and hearing God's word. It means letting this truth sink inside you. That changes you from the inside out. It means letting his love that he pours out to you shape you into how you see people, how you feel about yourself, what you know about yourself, and how you respond to the world when life gets tough. Because here's the cool part. When your heart starts actually shining and reflecting Jesus, and when that happens, your tone, the love, the grace that you share turns into like this spiritual accent that you have, right? Maybe not like a full-on like Boston accent, right? Not like that, right? Or Italian, right? Not like that, but a full-on accent that people can tell that you know Jesus by what you say and how you say it. That you can't fake it. It just shows up naturally. And when that happens, you don't just communicate to people, you actually transform people. You transform the kingdom. You start inviting people into God's kingdom by just being you. So I want to give you guys a couple of things, right? So how do you live this out? Because we know our words aren't neutral. They either build up or tear down. Either pull people closer or push them away, right? You experience this. And here's the thing. If you want Jesus-like relationships, right? You want your words and your heart to reflect Jesus. That's why tonight I'm going to give you a couple things that I'm calling the Talk Like Jesus Challenge. Okay? I'm going to give you 6 words, paired with 6 actions, and 6 ways to actually make your words count. Okay? Here's your first word. Pause. Pause. Before you say the thing that's on your mind, before you say the thing that's on your heart, take 2 seconds to pause. And ask the question. Will this build up? or will it tear down? As a person who struggles with ADHD, right? I usually blurt out the first thing that comes to my mind. This is a habit that I've had to build and ask myself and pause in situations like, is this valuable for the conversation right now? 9 times out of 10, no, not whatsoever. Pausing can be the most beautiful thing that you do as far as when it comes to your words. That 2 seconds might feel like actually small, but those 2 seconds can save a friendship. Small words can have big consequences, so just pause. 2 seconds before I say it. Word number 2, okay, is lift up. I think that's more than one word. Lift up. Say something kind to someone, especially when you're not in the room, when they're not in the room. Because it's easy to joke, right? It's easy to gossip. It's easy to laugh at someone's expense. But your words, like as we said, can spread life or destroy. Speak something good today. Make it real. Make it intentional. Don't be generic with it. Be real with it. So lift up. Number 3, flip it. Pay attention to the words you say to yourself. Oh. We can be our worst critics, can't we? You say to yourself, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not a good son, good singer. No, I'm not good at that. Oh, someone's so much better than me. Flip it. Catch those lies and flip it. Speak truth first to yourself. So that I am loved. I am capable. God's got this. Because your words to yourself change. Your words to others change it too. You speak life to yourself. Flip it. Don't believe the lies. Believe the truth that God says about who you are. There's number 4. Encourage. Encourage people today. Send a text. Say a compliment to someone. Right? Lift someone's spirit up today. It doesn't have to be something big. Sometimes just, hey, I see you today. I love those Birkenstocks. They are fantastic. Are they Birkenstocks? I have no idea. Are they? They're rip-off Birkenstocks. Well, they look great. Okay? Right? Lift someone up. Sometimes it's just, hey, you hear what they're saying about what's going on in their life and say, hey, you got this. God's got this. And you can pray for them. Because, guys, those kind words that you say to them can lift the spirit up. They can carry the power of God's love. Number 5 is catch it. Right? Gossip is going to start. Catch it. When sarcasm starts to stir up, catch it. When drama starts spreading, nip it in the bud. Catch it. Stop it in its tracks. Don't let negative words like a wildfire in your group chat. Your small group. Your friend circle. Be the one who shuts it down before it ever blows up. Be that person. Number 6 is reflect. Reflect Jesus. Let your words show his love. Let your words show his grace. Let your words show your hope that you have in him. Because every word you speak reveals your heart. And when your heart is full of Jesus, your words sound different. Gentler, kinder, kindler's not a word, kinder, full of life. Oh man. Here's the challenge though. Most of the drama that you experience, most of the hurt, right? Most of the broken friendships, again, it didn't start with your fists, it started with your words. So your words matter. Let them reflect Jesus. So I'm closing this. Right? Here's where it gets personal for you. Most of the pain that you felt in your life, most of the drama that you had to walk through, just in high school alone, whether you're a freshman or senior, most of the friendships that drifted, cracked, or completely blown up, Tonight, God isn't trying to shame you because of the words that you said or Hope said to you. Right? He's inviting you into something better. Because if we're truly we is greater than me, it has to be more than a slogan. If this youth group is going to be different, if your friendships are going to be actually healthier, and then it starts with what comes out of your mouth. You don't need a new personality. You don't need to be nicer. You just need a new heart. Change your words. And when your words change, your relationships will follow. So the invitation is this for you guys. Surrender your words to Jesus. Just say, God, I want my mouth to reflect my heart. I want to speak life, not strife. I want to actually build people up. To be the person that's the encourager. The person that shows love. I want to sound like you, Jesus. And some of you already know your words have been sharp because your heart has been hurt. That your sarcasm has been covering your insecurity. That your gossip has been masking fear. And Jesus, everybody, he's not mad at you, right? He just wants to heal you. So tonight, before you leave, make that decision. This week, they know that you're not going to be perfect, but you're going to be intentional with your words. That you're going to pause for 2 seconds. That you're going to lift up people. That you're going to catch the gossip before it spreads, and also that you're going to speak encouragement and reflect Jesus in your words. The same tongue that can wound can heal. The same mouth that can divide can unite. The same words that cause damage can now bring life. When people hear your words this week, will they hear Jesus? Or will they hear just more noise? Let this group talk differently. Let us have a Jesus accent. Let's love louder with our words. And let's prove that we is actually greater. Let me pray.